Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Champions playthrough. We're going to be doing just a couple playthroughs here with the Scarlet Witch deck that I made against the two Green Goblin scenarios. Just thought it was kind of fun to play some Scarlet Witch, because I don't think I've featured it on the channel yet. So let's just hop into the playthrough here. We have Hostile Takeover, so we're doing Risky Business first. Green Goblin, so we have Risky Business and Standard Encounter set, and then one modular set, so we're using Goblin Gimmicks. Put the Criminal Enterprise environment into play, shuffle the encounter deck, and add advance to stage 1B. And then 1B, start to 2, goes up by 1, and then when completed, place one infamy counter per player on Criminal Enterprise and discard one card from each player's deck for each infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise. Criminal Enterprise here. So, Criminal Enterprise enters play with 2 infamy counters. If there are no infamy counters on here, flip Norman Osborn and Criminal Enterprise. When it flips, it's State of Madness. State of Madness enters plays with 2 Madness counters. If there are no Madness counters on it, flip Green Goblin and State of Madness. So we've got Norman Osborn here. He's 2-0, or 2-0, I guess. When Norman Osborn would attack, place 1 infamy counter on the encounter deck, the Criminal Enterprise instead. When Norman Osborn would take any amount of damage, remove that many infamy counters from Criminal Enterprise. Then he flips to Green Goblin, who's no scheme and 3 attack. Why won't this focus? When revealed, deal 3 indirect damage to each player who's in hero form. Force interrupt. When Goblin would scheme, remove 1 madness counter from State of Madness instead. Okay. So this comes in with 2 counters. That comes in with 2 threat. We are going to be Wanda Maximoff here, so she's 3 recovery. Superpower Siblings, action, discard 2 cards from your hand, draw 2 cards, 3 instead if you have Pietro Maximoff in play, and then limit once per round. Scarlet Witch is 2/1/2, Chaos Control. When boost icons on an encounter card would be counted, discard the top card of the encounter deck and count the number of boost icons on that card instead. Limit once per phase. Alright, so let's just hop into it here. We're using Justice. Okay, let's see. There's, oh, really? Well, there's Quicksilver. I guess I'm dumping those 2 and keeping this because I've already gotten Quicksilver. That was really silly. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do is we'll dump these 2 for Quicksilver. So Quicksilver is 1/2. At ready Quicksilver, limit once per phase. We're going to do our ability to discard 2 cards to draw 3 cards instead. So we're going to discard these 2 to draw 3. Okay. We're going to flip. Let's get rid of... Let's dump Blindfold for Endurance, so they give us the 3 health. When Norman Osborn take any amount of damage... Remove a criminal infamy count. Remove any amount of damage. Wait, when he would take any amount of damage, remove that many infamy counters. So we're going to have Quicksilver attack. He takes consequential. It's going to remove that infamy counter. Since there are none on there, this flips. He flips. We're going to take indirect damage. I'm going to have Scarlet Witch take it all. As an action, we're going to ready Quicksilver again. We're going to swing 2 for Quicksilver. We're going to thwart 2 with Scarlet Witch. And that's going to be it. And I'm going to keep Professor X. And I'm going to keep that. Okay. Okay. Threat gets added to the main scheme. He attacks for 3. Do I want to take it? I'll take the hit. So 3. Add a pursuit counter pursued by the path. So we take 3 damage. Then we have an encounter card. Oh, let me put the 2 madness counters on there so don't forget. It's going to be Pumpkin Bombs. We attach to the villain. It says after the villain attacks you, discard Pumpkin Bombs, take 2 indirect damage, and we can spend 2 fist resources to discard this card as a hero action. Okay. Okay, that's our go. We could just molecular decay this guy. We're going to have Quicksilver attack and then attack again, so that's 4 damage. And then he's knocked out by consequential. We are going to I'm trying to think, do I want to... So on this Force Interrupt, it says when he would scheme, if he's confused, does that take precedence over the Force Interrupt? I think it might. Yeah, status cards are over Force Interrupt. So that status should take precedence. So if he's confused, he shouldn't remove one of the Madness counters. I think I might throw Professor X out to confuse him. So we're going to dump energy in Wiccan. He's going to be confused. We're going to remove that threat. And I'm going to end my go. We're going to dump the 2 molecular decays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, threat gets added. He goes to attack for 3. Professor X is going to block it. So 3, 4, 5, 6. But then as an interrupt, as a response after he attacks you, discard Pumpkin Bomb. Discard Pumpkin Bombs, take 2 indirect damage. Oh, I don't know why I put counters on there. So he's defeated. We take the 2 damage from the Pumpkin Bombs, and this is gone. Then we have an encounter card. Hired Gun. When revealed, choose to either place 1 face-down boost card on the villain or place 2 infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise. We have to put the boost card on him because he doesn't have any stuff there. Okay. We're going to probably need to get our lives together here in a minute. So I think I want Ironheart out. We'll dump the Crest and Hex Bolt for Ironheart to draw a card. We'll do Spirit Meditation. We get to draw 2 cards and then discard a card from our hand. We'll discard Molecular Decay. We'll do one way or another. So search the encounter deck for a side scheme and reveal that side scheme. We'll do Oscorp Manufacturing. So it says when revealed, Norman Osborn. If we're on Norman Osborn's side, place an additional threat here. So it just comes in with 2. And then we get to draw 3 cards. We'll do Spiritual Meditation again to draw 2. And discard 1. We'll discard this because we can't even use it right now. We'll dump these 2 for Hex Bolt. So it says discard top 3 cards in the encounter deck. For each card discarded this way, deal... If it's for each boost icon discarded this way. So we discard 3 cards. So the first one, it's got 1. So we remove 2 threat from a scheme. The next one has 1. So remove 2 threat from a scheme. And the last one has 0. We deal 2 damage to an enemy. So threat, 2 damage to an enemy. We'll dump Hex Bolt for Magic Shield. So when a friendly character would take any amount of damage, discard this to prevent 3 of that damage. We'll have Ironheart finish off Hired Gun. We'll have her swing for 1, and then we're going to flip. And we're going to end our go. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to deal the damage. I'm just going to heal. And then we'll end our go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're going to put threat on the main scheme. He's going to scheme, but he would normally remove this counter, but because he's got a status, that takes precedent. And then we have this. So encounter card is going to be Mad Genius. When revealed, Green Goblin attacks the hero with the fewest hit points remaining. If no attack was made this turn, this card gains Surge. He's going to Surge that card. Sinister Strike. Place 1 pursuit counter pursued by the path. That has any counters on it. This gains Surge. All in Day's Work. When revealed, place 2 Infamy counters on Criminal Enterprise. If you cannot, remove 2 Madness counters from the State of Madness card. So this gets removed. Then this flips. Then he flips. Okay. That's fine. Let's do our ability. So we're going to dump Superpower Training and Warp Reality to draw 2 cards. Okay. We're going to dump Magic Shield for build support. We're going to heal. We're going to flip. Oh, that comes in with the 2 counters. I have to remember. Okay. We are going to dump Chaos Magic for Clear the Area. We're going to remove that. We get to draw a card. We'll dump these 2 for Sorcerer Supreme. So while we have the Mystic trait, our hero gets +1 hand size. And then we're going to attack for 1. That removes a counter. Yeah, okay. That's going to be our go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Encounter card. I'm going to do a better job at shuffling my deck. Five, 6. Okay. Okay. So then we have Scheme. He goes to do this, but we place this on here instead. And then we have another encounter card. This is a boost card still for his activation. First one is Intimidation. When revealed, choose either spend 2 resources of any type or give the villain a face-down boost card. I'll give him the boost card. All in a day's work. Place 2 infamy counters on here, so 2 infamy counters get placed there. Okay. I don't think I'm really worried about any of this stuff. Oh yeah, this comes back. Okay, let's do Spiritual Meditation. It's going to be draw 2 cards, discard 1. Discard Chaos Magic. We'll dump Professor X and Power of Justice for Quasar. After Quasar enters play, remove 1 threat from each scheme in play. We'll dump Clear the Area for Clear the Area. This is removed. We get to draw a card, and then we get to get support. We got Quincarrier. We'll dump one way or another for Agatha Harkness. So when Alter Ego exhausts Agatha, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. And then we're going to have both of them attack. He takes consequential, and I'll have her attack too. So then this flips, he flips back. We take 3 indirect damage. I'm going to give 1 to Quasar and take the other 2. And then we're going to end the go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we add this onto here. He goes to attack us for 3 with 3 boost cards. We're gonna defend it. No, I'm gonna have Quasar block. So he does 3. Place 1 infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise. I gotta remember to put the counters here. If you cannot remove a Madness counter. That does 4, and then this is put 1 infamy counter on Criminal Enterprise if you cannot remove a Madness counter. So he's going to do 4 damage, then this gets removed, this flips, he flips, this is gone. Then we have an encounter card. Dark Designs, place pursue counter pursued by the past. Then if it has any counters on it, the villain schemes. So he schemes for 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy cow. Okay. Which we have so much threat mitigation, I'm not super duper worried about it, although I don't have as much as I was hoping for. So let's dump Strength for Hex Bolt, or discard the top 3 cards. So this has 2, we get to draw a card. This has 3, place a status on the character. We give myself a tough. And then that one has 1, we remove 2 threat from a scheme. I believe those can be resolved in any order, so I'm not too sure about that, but I would like to flip him and deal damage to him, but I also don't want to take any. Well, I guess I have the tough to take those hits. Let's exhaust Quincarrier and discard Warp Reality. No, we'll discard Molecular Decay for Scarlet Witch's Crest. When a boost icon on the counter card are counted, exhaust this to increase or decrease the number of the boost icons by 1. We'll thwart 2 from here. I think that's all I can do. I'm going to keep Jessica Jones. I'm going to dump those 2. Okay. Boom, boom. Threat gets added. 1 counter gets added to here. Hired Gun. Choose either give him a face down boost card, place 2 infamy counters. I'm going to place the 2 infamy counters. We'll just knock them all out here shortly. Okay. So we're going to play one way or another. So we'll search the encounter deck for a side scheme. Now there's Payoff. I guess we're going to do payoff. So place the one infamy counter on the Criminal Enterprise. If you cannot, remove one madness counter from State of Madness. So that comes in. We're going to draw our 3 cards. Then we'll do this for Superpower Training. We will dump the 2 magic shields and Blindfold for Jessica Jones. So she's going to thwart for +1 for each side scheme in play. So she's actually going to thwart for 3. So we're going to have her thwart the 3 off of there. We will dump these 2 for Hexbolt. 1, 2, 3. So for one of them we draw a card. For one of them we can remove. For this will remove a threat. This will place a status on a character, and this will do. So I'm going to exhaust Scarlet Witch's Crest to decrease this to 0 to do 2 damage to an enemy. We'll do 2 damage to him. We'll get a card draw, and we'll place a status on any character. And the status I'm going to place on a character will be that. And then we'll use our last attack to finish off Hired Gun. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to dump Nick Fury and we'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if this is like remotely the correct play, but we'll figure it out. Threat gets added. He goes to attack but can't. Encounter card, encounter card. So the first one's going to be all in a day's work. Place 2 infamy counters on there. Okay, I've got to do a bunch of damage to remove that stuff. And then private security, he has guard. Okay, well that's fine. Okay. So, how do we want to do this? I have 3 cards. We'll do one way or another again. We'll bring that in. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. That was just a boost thing, so I wouldn't have done it. But then I wouldn't have added that, but then this would add it back. So I'll leave it the way it is. That shouldn't have added something, so I was wrong. Okay, that comes in. This comes in with 2. I was reading the boost the icon, not the... There's 3 cards there. There's this. Okay. If I can flip this over. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. So, first things first, we use Quinn for clear the area. It's going to pop that off. We'll have to draw a card. We will use Spiritual Meditation to draw 2 and discard a card. We'll discard that. We got a lot of stuff going on here. We'll dump energy for Hexbolt. So 1, 2, 3. There's 0, 1, and 0. So 0 does 2 damage to an enemy, and then another 2 damage to an enemy, so he's gone. And then 1 will remove 2 threat from a scheme, so this is gone. I'm leaving this here for the permanent buff, because she'll get the permanent buff with that being in play. And I don't think I really need it for anything, because I have both my upgrades out, so I don't really need it for anything else. I guess I can get another magic shield, but it's really kind of irrelevant at this point. Okay, we need to clear the tokens off of there. So we'll dump Chaos Magic and Genius for Gambit. When he enters play, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. So there's only 2. We're going to attach this to him, and it's going to make him a 2/2. And then I don't want to dump Hexbolt yet because we don't have any cards to work with it. So we're going to hit for 2, 4, 5. It's going to remove those counters like that. He takes Consequential. She takes Consequential. We're going to keep Hexbolt, but dump those 2 and draw up. Okay, threat gets added. He goes to attack, but can't. And then we have an encounter card, and then we add an acceleration token. Kind of let this kind of be drawn out for a long time. Okay, first one will be Private Security. The second one will be Evil Alliance. Okay, so place 3 pursuit counters per die pass. So this happens. Oh, wait a minute. Am I on the wrong side? Yeah, setup. After you place this, if at least 3 counters, remove each counter from here to do our Nemesis. So we'll flip this. That gets discarded. She comes in. And next, there we go. So we have the next evolution. It says increase the number of boost icons on each encounter card by 1. And then Luminous. After Luminous activates against you, discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. If 2 or more boost icons were discarded this way, deal yourself an face down encounter card. I'm not too worried about it because I think I'm just about to just clear everything, but it's all good. Okay. So our go now. We will exhaust Quinn for clear the area. That's gone. We get to draw a card. We will exhaust one way or another for clear the area. We'll get to draw a card. Let's do Spiritual Meditation. We'll draw 2. And dump Hexbolt. We'll dump that for Ironheart to draw a card. We'll dump these 3 for Molecular Decay. It says deal 5 damage to an enemy, then discard the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. For each boost icon, deal additional damage. I'm going to choose her. So 1 boost icon. She's defeated because she was 5. Use the 4 to attack him. She's defeated. Use 1 and 1 to attack him, and that's gone. I'm going to keep Hexbolt, and we'll draw up. I haven't even used my ability yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2 threat gets added to the scheme. He goes to do this. We add a counter. Encounter card. Slipping Insanity. You may flip to Alter Ego to choose to exhaust Wanda Maximoff to remove this from the game. Or, yeah, we're going to flip and exhaust to remove this from the game. Okay. So now we're in Alter Ego. Let's exhaust Agatha. So look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 to your hand. Put the rest back on the bottom in any order. We'll add Molecular Decay and put these back on the bottom. We can use our ability. I'll dump the 2 magic shields to draw 2 cards. Okay. We're going to flip. She has Consequential. I don't want the card draws at the moment. I don't know why I didn't remove the thing from that. We'll exhaust this, dump these 2, and a Molecular Decay for Mick Fury. We will get the 2 card draw. So there's 1 there. We get an encounter card. Shuffle up. Oops. We are going to have Ironheart attack. She's defeated. It's going to remove this. We're going to have Nick Fury attack to remove this. We flip. We'll take the 3 damage. This gets knocked off by the stats, so we don't take any damage from that. We will dump those and this for Molecular Decay. It's going to do 5 damage. 6, 7. I'll increase it by 1 with this ability to make it 8. It's going to knock him out. Brings in stage 2. So stage 2 comes in. 1 revealed, deal 4 indirect damage to each player, and then when Green Goblins would scheme, do the thing. Yeah. So he comes in with 18 health. We take 1 here, and then we'll take the other. Do I want Gambit to take it? No, I'll take the other 3. Oops. So I'm at 6. Gambit will thwart. No, I'm not too worried about that. Gambit's going to hit him for 3. Or for 2, I mean. And we'll keep Hexbolt in our hand, and we'll draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 1 more. 6. There we go. 2 threat gets added. He goes to attack us for 4. Fury blocks it, so 4. Place that 1 infamy counter or remove a madness counter. The madness counter gets removed. Nick Fury is defeated. Encounter card. The first encounter card will be all in a day's work. This gets removed. He flips. This side is going to place 2 infamy counters instead. And then so this places additional threat there. Oh, I misdid that. That should have had an extra threat instead of putting an infamy counter from earlier, but that's not a big deal. Okay, that's fine. I know I goofed that up, but it's fine. Okay, so first things first, we'll do Spiritual Meditation. We'll draw 2. Discard a card from our hand. I'll discard Power of Justice. I feel like that card's not even being used. Let's dump Genius for Hexbolt. So 1, 2, 3. So we have, for 2, we can remove 2 threat from a scheme. For 1, okay, so we can remove a threat from a scheme. 2 threat from a scheme, sorry. I'm going to increase one of these to another 1 to remove 2 threat from here. And then the other one will do 2 damage to an enemy. This flips him. We take 4 indirect. That's fine. And then this comes in. We'll exhaust this for clear the area. It's going to remove this. We get to draw a card. We'll dump those 2 for Hexbolt. 1, 2, 3. So for 1, we remove 2 threat from a scheme. With another 1, remove 2 threat from a scheme. And then for 2, we'll draw a card. We will flip. We will heal. We will exhaust this. Look at the top 3 cards of our deck. Add 1 to our hand and put the rest back on the bottom in any order. And we are going to end our go. No. Yeah, we're going to end our go. I'm going to discard this. This and that. I'm going to discard. I'll keep clear the area. Okay. I guess I could have done my ability, but that's okay. Let's draw up to 6. Okay, 2 threat gets added. He goes to scheme, but he doesn't, so it removes a madness counter. We have an encounter card, so the encounter card is going to be pumpkin bombs attached to the villain. Oh, yeah, okay. So our go now. Let's exhaust Agatha to look at the top 3 cards of our deck. We're going to keep Molecular Decay, put these on the bottom. We're going to heal again, up to 8. We're going to dump Quasar, Strength, and I want to get Quicksilver out. Molecular Decay for Quicksilver. We're going to do our ability to discard 2 cards. I'm going to discard those 2 to draw 3. Let's flip. We're going to do Spiritual Meditation, so we'll draw 2 cards and discard a card from our hand. I'll discard this. He'll attack twice, so we're going to hit for 4. She'll attack. Oh, we've already healed with her, so she's exhausted. We're going to dump these 3 from Molecular Decay. No, I'll keep Magic Shield. No, I'll dump it. For Molecular Decay, oh, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Deal 5 damage to an enemy, and then discard the top 2 cards here. I need to unexhaust that. So 1, 2, I'm going to add this to here to make it 3. I didn't unexhaust it from last turn. So it's going to do 8 damage. Putting him down to 4. Oh, he has Consequential there. I think that's it. I think we're good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Encounter card. That's an identity-specific upgrade, so it'll only work for her crest anyway. Which is important to get out, I think, so I'm fine with. Or it'll work for Magic Shield. Okay. Okay. 2 threat gets added. He goes to attack for 4. We're going to have Quicksilver take the hit, or block it. So 4. 5, 6. Quicksilver's defeated. Then, after the villain attacks you, discard Pumpkin Bomb and take 2 indirect damage, so we take the 2 indirect. Another encounter card. So the first encounter card will be Regenerative Healing. The villain heals X damage, where X is double the stage number, so he's going to heal the villain stage number, so he's going to heal 4. And then Dark Designs, place a pursuit counter pursued by the path that if it has any counters on it. He schemes. Instead of scheming, he'll remove this. And that flips. Okay. Well, let us Let's exhaust Quincarrier and energy for Jessica Jones. She schemes for 2. So scheme for 2 off of there. We're going to clear the area for clear the area. Draw a card. We'll dump these 2 for Hex Bolt. So 1, 2, 3. Hex Bolt will do remove 2 threat from a scheme. Let's actually make one of them 0, so it does 2 damage. He flips. She takes indirect, another indirect, and then I take 2 indirect. It removes a threat from here. I do have an identity specific upgrade to bring into play, and then 2 would be to draw a card. I'm going to flip down. We're going to heal for 3. We're going to use Agatha Harkness. Look at the top 3 cards of our deck. Put 1 on the bottom. Or keep 1 and put 1 on the bottom. I'm going to keep my hand and I'm going to draw up. Okay. 2 threat gets added. A madness counter gets removed. We have this. Slipping Sanity. Oh. We're going to exhaust, remove this from the game. And it's our go. So let's do Agatha Harkness. Exhaust. Look at the top 3 cards of our deck. Add 1 to our hand. Let's add Gambit to our hand. We'll put these on the bottom. Not that I'm going to play Gambit, but it's fine. Let's use our ability to dump Blindfold and Gambit to draw 2 cards. We're going to flip. I think I'm just going to try to finish him off right now. So we'll dump this. Well, hold on. Let's do Spiritual Meditation. So we'll draw 2 cards and discard a card. Do it again. Draw 2 cards. Discard a card. We'll dump both of those for Nick Fury. It's going to do 4 damage. How often do you see that happen? And then we're going to dump 3 for Molecular Decay to do 1, 2, 3, 8 damage. He's destroyed. All right, there we go. We beat him. That wasn't too bad. So we'll use this deck and we'll go against the mutagen formula. But that's going to be it for today. Pretty quick playthrough. Not really quick, actually. It's 30 minutes. But that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys in the next one where we use Scarlet Witch against mutagen formula. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.